What is up, and what is good? It is the Dude Sperano, and today I will be showing you, well, you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, I wide-bodied the 12428. That B-roll turned out a whole lot better than I thought it would, but let me just give you a bit of backstory on how I got this to work and how you can do it yourself, maybe. First of all, you might notice I didn't do the other side because I wasn't exactly sure what kind of reaction this would get. If you guys want, comment down below and I will make a video on how to make this, and I'll just take you through the process and I'll replicate it on the other side. And also I must note that this, you get no gains in aerodynamics. Well, you might, but it's probably going to be not that much, and not to mention this isn't exactly the most durable thing. This is just cardboard. Basically what I'm trying to say is this is purely aesthetic. One thing that I'm really proud of is the fitment on the front. I mean, it's not perfect, it's actually held up pretty well, and from also 3 feet away it looks fantastic. Now if you're wondering why this little flaps right here, I was going to do like little shark fins or whatever they call vents right here, but it didn't really work out all that great, so I just kind of tried to make it look a bit better. And if I do it on the other side, I'm just going to do it for symmetry's sake. But as far as, you know, just making this piece, all I really did was just kind of make a rough cutout of what I thought it would look like, then just fine tune it until I got what I wanted. And I customized the fitment to these wheels right here. However, I can throw some bigger rubber on the back that I have, and that'll make it look really good. The stance will be just perfect. And of course, if you haven't seen my other videos, then I have done a lot to this car. I had a diff lock video, but the file got corrupted, and I also, in that video, I jerry-rigged this thing up so I can see the lights, as you probably saw in the B-roll. Another thing I did in that video was I put an interior light in here. I'm not sure if you could see this, but right up there is an interior light, and it looks fantastic-lastic. I turned off a light, and you can see it shines through in there. You can see the ESC in the back. You can see the motor in the front, kind of from this angle. And also, it sometimes, when it's sitting right, it'll project some lights right here, which looks really cool. And I'd imagine it look really cool while it's moving too. I also rescued these little pieces of rubber out of the trash can and used these as my brush guards because I had to get rid of my bungee cord. So coming along the side, you probably noticed I went for a more angular approach because, you know, this thing, I didn't want it to look too, I wanted to retain the, you know, just the 124-280-ness. They really did a sucky job naming this car, but the 124, I just wanted to retain the off-roady kind of sporty look of this that I have right now. So I went for a more angular approach, and I was sure that I could see the across right there and this design on the side, though it did cut it off a little bit, but that's all right. Now this is definitely my favorite angle right here with this part, and you can see the suspension links, and you could just see that side. But there are a few other funky angles, like as we move towards the back. I did put this thing right here, and I think it looks really good. And this piece, I pretty much did the same procedure as the front one. I just kind of made a rough cutout and then fine-tuned it. And then the fitment isn't exactly perfect back here, but this is where it starts to get a bit janky back here. So as you can see, you know, I have a few pieces. I couldn't figure out what to do because, you know, the back end of this car is kind of weird. So I had to design a back end completely from scratch. And it obviously wasn't that easy, so I ended up putting 2 cardboard pieces right here to kind of smooth it out some, but it just, the back end is just kind of, it just doesn't really look that good. That's why I don't have many angles covering this right here, because, you know, but otherwise, from this angle, from straight on from the side and everything else, you know, this thing actually came out a lot better than I was anticipating. This was just an experiment. But I want you guys to comment down below whether or not you like it, because, you know, I kind of torn. I'm not sure if it's, just can't decide if it's, you know, good or not. I don't know. But either way, I might make a video on this by the time I get this thing working. And by the way, we are extremely close. All we need is a receiver and possibly some batteries. We're not going to be able to run it on the 3S that it's advertised as yet because I don't have those batteries. But, however, we can get this thing working sometime soon. And by sometime soon, I mean I don't have the part, and we haven't ordered it yet, and it could be a while. So yeah, that sucks. So these wheels that I have, I'm pretty sure I said this in a separate video, but I got these for $10 off of Amazon, 11 actually, and I'm pretty sure inflation has hit these, but they are just really nice. I love the glossy finish on them, and the design, and just the tire, and matches the sporty but rugged look of this car just so perfectly. And they're actually much smaller than the stock tires, like extremely. The wing you can see is droopy, but that's because, you know, it's just cardboard. It's not exactly that strong, but I'm not exactly worried about it. I'm gonna leave it like that because eventually I'm gonna put a servo back there, and I'm going to make this thing an active wing. As far as the inside goes, I was going to post a video on this, but it turned out really boring. But basically what I did is the motor was the wires were kind of tilted to the side a little bit. So I figured I might as well put the stock suspension back in because I was going to do a vertical shock upgrade, but I didn't realize how hard it was because I was gonna make a video on that. But it didn't, you know, I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I didn't want to watch a video and copy off of somebody else's work, so I just decided to return it to stock. But I didn't connect it because I want to keep it slammed for the videos to come. And also, from this angle, you can see a better view of the light that I put in the top. As far as what I want to do in the future with this car, I definitely want to take this light bar off and give it a much sleeker one on the top. Because, you know, this one is cool and all, but it just, with this sporty theme, it could just use something a bit more modern looking. The active wing, of course. Oh yeah, I'm going to turn this thing back into a crawler eventually, but that is nowhere in the near future, so you don't have to worry about that. I also want to try out these really grippy tires. These like have no foam in them, and they are just so grippy. And I'm sure once this thing is on 3S, it'll destroy these tires. But however, they are much thicker than this, and when I throw them on there, it looks really sick. This video is kind of going in a different direction anyway, so I might as well just throw them on there just to show you how they look. I'm not even going to bother to put the lug nut back in or whatever that thing's called. I'm going to put this back on here for thumbnail purposes. But as you can see, you know, these are much grippier. But if you just see that, just the absolute girth of those wheels. I want to do underglow on this car, but the problem is there is pretty much nowhere to do it since, oh my god, I forgot this wasn't, yeah, that's what I get. Since the 12428 is kind of like a buggy, there's really nowhere you can put the underglow, and where it will really matter is, well, I mean, I guess I could kind of root it up there, but it would be quite hard. So yeah, I believe that concludes today's video. Not really much has been happening here, so it's been kind of hard to find content. But, oh yeah, I might start gaming. I figured out how to get videos from my PlayStation to my iPad so I can start making gaming content. I have the Crew 2, Gran Turismo Sport, Need for Speed Heat. I'm actually an extremely good drifter in Gran Turismo Sport. Well, I mean, I'm not exactly pro level, but, you know, I know how to whip a car sideways. And also, I'm not going to start a second channel for that kind of stuff because, you know, this channel is about me and all my interests and stuff. So I am going to post it on this one to, you know, kind of fill in for what the 12428's missing right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, and also be sure to subscribe if you loved it, because I'll be posting new content every week, and I enjoy making it for you guys. So anyway, on that note, I am the Dude Sperato, and I will see you in the next one.